For this last half of July, I've sold 22 items for a total of $932. So that's an average of about $42 an item. So things are really starting to pick up. So let's jump into it. First thing is this pair of Nat Nast shirts. I always look for this brand. They're always usually silk. Had these for quite a while. Two different shirts here. I kind of lotted them together since they were both the same exact size. And somebody finally bought those. I took a best offer of $45 with shipping. So pretty good. Paid $2 a piece for these two shirts. Next is this jersey that my wife picked up at a thrift store. Really big size, 2XL Badgers. It's got the kind of vintage look to it. It's got the the little tie on the top. I honestly didn't think this would sell at all. I thought it was kind of strange looking, but I did sell it, and I took a best offer of $75, and she paid $3 for this and some change. So great little flip. And then I had a couple of these old Droid Razr phones that I got for free actually, and this one sold for $45. I put it on auction. I've been kind of experimenting with auctions as well. And then if you've seen past videos, you know about the Keen cards that I keep selling over and over. Here's a couple of them that I sold to the same person. And then here's another one of those Motorola Droids. I honestly didn't think that these would sell, but apparently they're still pretty popular. I believe they do have 4G. They do run at 4G speeds with LTE as well. So they're smaller, not the screen's a lot smaller by today's standards, but people still buy them. And then I've had this for quite a while. I used to pick up mugs early on when I started doing this. I thought this mug was pretty awesome, and I thought it would sell a lot sooner, but it took a little while, and I did take a best offer of $21.95 for this. It's got Steinbeck and Kurt Vonnegut, all the well-known Hemingway, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all the well-known authors. And then this is just a bag. It's a duffel bag that I bought. I've had it for quite some time. It's had watchers on it forever, but it's just a standard wide mouth duffel bag. And I finally did take a best offer of $25.55. So paid a couple bucks for it. Here is an iPhone that I put it on auction, and actually, to be honest with you, I believe this was returned already. 69. Oh no, actually it was returned before, and I put it back on auction, and it actually sold for $69, which is unbelievable to me because it's an old iPhone 4, 8 gigabytes. And it's Sprint, which is not as popular as like the Verizons and the T-Mobiles. And then here's another iPhone that I had. This one sold for, I took a best offer of $67. This one's the more desirable Verizon with 16 gigs. And then this is a bike part. It's a CO2 cartridge. Regulator, new in package. I believe I have more of these. It says last one. I'll have to update my inventory, but my older brother gave me a box of bike parts that he got for free, and I've been selling them and splitting the costs or the earnings with him. And then here is the last of my Chewbacca Solo for President 2016 spoof election mug. The choices we have aren't that great, so why not dream of having Chewbacca for president? That's what I always say. And then here's another shirt that's been sitting for quite some time. As you can see, these are kind of the bad photos that I used to take back in the day. My photos have gotten a lot better now. But I took a best offer of, no, actually I sold it for full price, $20. I've been coming down a lot on the prices of my clothing just because it's kind of been slow moving. But you know, back in the day I probably paid $5 for this shirt. And then here's another one. These photos are horrible. This was like one of my first shirts that I took pictures of, Hugo Boss. And this is funny because this shirt is one that I sold before and could not locate, and then finally I located it and then bought a second one of the identical that was identical. I did take a best offer of $17 for this one. And then here's another Keen card, and this was a really nice find. I've been doing really well with women's shoes lately, and this is no exception. These I picked up at a garage sale for $2. Really funky looking, kind of a unusual color, leather shoes by Arco Pedico, made in Italy, I believe. They're orthopedic shoes, but as you can see, I mean, look, they haven't even really been worn at all. Here you go. Here's the inside. Pure leather. Oh, it looks like they're made in Portugal. So, really nice pair of shoes. And I did sell them for a best offer of $59. So, not too bad. $2 to $59. And then here's a Tour de France t-shirt that I've had for quite some time from 2009. XL, really good shape, has the map of the course and everything on the back. And this sold in July, because my belief is that it's the Tour de France is happening in July, or happened. So that finally sold. I did take a best offer of $16 for it. And then this is the second of a couple of Camelbacks that I purchased at a garage sale. I paid, I believe, $8 for this one and sold it for $50. This one was not new with tags. It did have a little stain on it, as you can see there. That was disclosed to the buyer, and but still, regardless, it's a really nice Camelback. This one was especially nice because it had the routing for the hose inside the straps, so that was really nice. And then this was great because we picked this up at another garage sale for $2. And it's basically a canvas tote bag. The only part that's, I don't even think it's leather, but is that little patch, on the front, and then I think the straps. But it had flaws. It had like little marks on it and everything that I disclosed. But most of the bag is made out of canvas, and I took a best offer of $75. So that was a great little return. Over the past year and a half, I've really done well on tote bags. If they're like a designer brand that people really like. And then this is funny. I had this shirt. I got this at a church sale for like $4. Lacoste, just your basic check pattern, modern fit. And I actually wore this a couple of times to work because I liked it. But it was just slightly too tight. So I guess I'm not that modern, so it didn't fit me that well. And then this was great. I don't sell a lot of sport coats. I don't pick them up either because they're kind of a long tail item. But found this Scottish wool Harris tweed blazer in a really small size. You had the leather buttons and everything. Here's the label for Harris tweed. But I was so happy that this sold. Paid $3 for it and sold it for $59.95 plus shipping. That was super awesome. And then this was a pain in my rear end right here. My uncle gave me this. My uncle gave me this box of McDonald's Happy Meal toys that his family has been collecting for years and years and years. And if you look at the eBay solds, you know that McDonald's toys went the way of the Beanie Babies and are pretty much worthless. So this thing had this box. Well, I had them in one box now, but there's like 133 of them, and I looked up every single one. As you can see, I cataloged the name of each one one by one, and it was kind of a real pain in the rear. But I looked up each one, and none of them were really worth that much individually, so I allotted them as just one big cluster. And finally, I think it's been a year, maybe just under a year. I took a best offer of $75. I told my uncle, I'm like, we'll be lucky if we get much for these, because like I said, the market is saturated, the prices are super low, and there's no way in heck that I was going to list these individually one by one if they're selling for like $2 to $3 a piece. So I was super glad to get rid of that, and that's that. And that is it